A lifetime of subconscious habits since childhood may be hard to break. But as long as you don't give up, as long as you keep trying, as long as you continue to make the changes necessary, you'll be just fine. So in the month of April, I have been working 6 days a week, 50 hours a week. So is my husband. He's been working crazy overtime as well. And when we come home, this is the first thing we see: a hot, hoarded mess. This is definitely a combination of lack of time, because when we get home, we're like working 10-hour days and then rushing to baseball practice, trying to make dinners, trying to help with schoolwork. And this just gets pushed to the side because by the end of that, we're tired, we're exhausted. But it's okay. I can clearly see what has happened. It's a lot of subconscious habits that easily came back in a time of busyness. It's also a lack of communication. When hubby asks, well, is there something I can put away? Is there something I can clean up? And then I say, no, I want to make a video on it. And then I don't, because I want to make videos on other things too. And that's pretty much how the house gets clean. I kind of joke and say, if we want something clean, I just got to make a video on it because I set aside that time to clean that section. So guess what? We're getting back in here. We're cleaning it up. We're getting the living room back to where it needs to be, especially for my birthday. I want the living room to be nice and neat for my birthday this week. So we're going to be picking up most of this stuff. We're going to be doing a light cleaning as we go. And I'm just excited to get this space back. So with hoarding disorder, we're going to start with the quick win, and that is the dead flowers. That is a very easy tossy. Next is my mom's plate. I have to bring this back to her. So that's easy to get out of the house. Over here are the kids' masks. They started going back to school 5 half days. And what's starting to happen is that they're kind of leaving it on the table here. But I did make this drawer, like a quick little organizational drawer. That way they know where to put it back to. I just got to get them into the habit of it. And with my hoarding disorder, I always find that it's best to start your decluttering sessions this way, the quick victories, because it does stem from anxiety, depression, and PTSD. And sometimes you doubt yourself a lot. But these quick victories build up my confidence that yes, I can do this. I am a decluttering queen. So this is the first tossy pile, and I'm just going to show you the piles as we go through it. I'm not going to show a big pile in the end because this video is being recorded over a couple of days. All right, the table looks great. We got that decluttering momentum rolling now. So now it's time to start on Big Mama. Oh yes, this is what your house looks like if you don't put anything away for about a month. But that's okay. We're going to tackle it now. And you can actually see, here are the Easter baskets. Easter was 3 weeks ago. Yep. So we just have to put some of this stuff away. That's all we have to do. We also have some birthday favors that came home from my nieces and nephews' birthday party last week, and they're kind of like spread out all over the floor as well. So we'll be putting that stuff away too. So I think what I'm going to do is grab 3 of these bins and start to divide all the stuff between Tyler's, Brandon's, and Mommy and Daddy's. And I know the kids should be doing this, but because I keep them off camera, I'm just going to be doing it this one time. And I also wanted to add that they're doing a phenomenal job keeping their room nice, neat, and tidy. Okay, so now I can put all the Easter baskets away. Here's another small tossy pile. And now here are the bins, and I'm going to give Brandon and Tyler's their 2 bins here, and they can put it away off camera to protect their privacy. And this bin over here, it's a yard sale bin. I kept it up here because I thought I was going to have a yard sale on April 24th, but it didn't quite work out that way. So we'll take it back for the basement, and our next date we're aiming for is May 8th. Say a prayer! And that made such a huge difference that all I have to do is just pick up all these little remnants, and that is a tossy. These are photo boxes and photo albums that came out of the master bedroom when we were decluttering it, because I wanted to start to store it in the living room over by the fireplace where that white shelving is. But that's a hoarded hot mess too, and I want to organize this and redecorate it and make it look nice. But for this video, I think what's best to do at this moment is to take all of the boxes and photos, put them in front of the fireplace, because I want to focus on the spot that I'm at. Because with ADHD, I jump around a whole lot. So it's important for me to stay focused on one section so that I can complete it. Now, in this bin over here, we have some Easter stuff, we have my apron, and we have some books. So that stuff just has to be put away. And in the bin next to that is my pretty heart-shaped shelf that hubby didn't get a chance to put up yet because he's been working crazy overtime. This is tossy-tossy, so I love these easy tossy-tossy recyclables. And the rest of the stuff underneath of it, it's just another yard sale bin that we'll take in the basement. And this over here is my laptop bag that I take back and forth to work each and every day. I just need to find a better home for it when I'm home. And this is an easy tossy-tossy over here. It's from the master bedroom remodel because this bin is an extra one that we didn't need and I have to take it back to Target. So I'll put it in my car, that way I don't forget about it. And these are my reusable bags that I take to work back and forth as well. This is a calendar that I have to give to Brandon. Here are some of my shoes because the weather has been crazy. So I switched from shoes to flip-flops and just miscellaneous things that I have to put back where they belong instead of just leaving them in these canvas bags. And these are all the pictures and photos that were in the laundry room episode that was on that bookshelf. And I feel like I was trying to hurdle all the pictures into the living room. So for now, I'm going to take them, put them on top of these boxes. That way, they're even closer to their new home in the bookshelf. And now that we opened up that floor space, I can finally put all of the Easter decorations away. When was Easter? Like 3 weeks ago? Yeah, it actually was. And you can tell time literally stood still in the month of April because how crazy me and hubby's and the kids' schedule was. And as I was putting all of the Easter decorations away, I wanted to make sure that I gave the shelves a really good dusting. And I'm so happy that we did the KonMari method on the Easter decorations because taking it down was so quick and easy. All I had to do was put it back into its labeled purple bin. And as I continued cleaning, I started thinking of what are better strategies to start using to prevent these really rooted subconscious habits of having these huge piles on the floor. I know it's a combination of us just working so much, not being home, and that we still have a lot of stuff that we have to declutter. But I think most of it is also my ADHD. I tend to jump from thought to thought to thought, and I'm not focusing on things all the way to the end to complete it. And since time is such a huge factor in this, I'm going to stop saying yes to working so much. I almost feel like I exchanged hoarding for being a workaholic. And also, since the chapter in the book is done, I'm going to be taking that free time and start using the Fly Lady method again with 2-minute hotspots, 15-minute declutters, and I'll also make sure that I do it with the family too. And I really didn't want to end this video leaving all of the photo boxes and albums in front of the fireplace. So late Sunday night, I took out the Cricut machine and some craft supplies and started putting all of those boxes into the bottom shelf. That way it's still together. And in the future soon, I'd love to make a video on making it pretty again. And now when me and hubby come home from a long day of work, we can happily walk into a much neater and tidier room. And it does feel a lot better to see this when you first walk in. The table is nice and cleared off as it should be. There are no piles on the floor yelling at me to put me away and clean me up. And all of the Easter decorations are put away, and it does look so much better. and such a better peace of mind to come home, because this space is supposed to be peaceful and tranquil after a long day's work. And it does look so much better. And seeing the living room so neat and tidy actually really motivates me to want to get into that bookshelf, to organize all my pictures, to put some of my beautiful things that I love on display. And I also would love to redecorate the living room using only my hoarded stuff and maybe creating some DIY projects. Those are the things that make my heart so happy. And I want to make sure that I continue making decluttering and keeping my home a positive experience.